Imagine the first glow of dawn on the banks of the Nile. Soft light filtering through reeds, gold dust shimmering on slow-moving water. In ancient Egypt, long before the cities and monuments fell into ruin, the river was the origin of all life. It was here, just beyond the hum of waking insects and the distant voice of the wind, that a melody would begin to stir. A sound as old as time, as soft as the touch of cotton linen drifting across the sands. She's called Daughter of the Nile, not because she's royalty, but because she belongs to the river. Among the columns of papyrus and over fields of wheat, she moves each morning, accompanied by the pulse of drums and the trembling call of distant flutes. Her footsteps are guided by the rhythm of a world aligned with the breath of the river, every plant, every stone, alive with the pulse of ancient music. In this land, music is more than a celebration. It is a language spoken between gods and people, the echo of creation itself. Hollowed-out reeds become ney flutes, singing low over waters still cool with the memory of the night. Wooden clappers, sistrums strung with precious bronze, and the deep roll of hand drums blend together in loose, flowing patterns. There is no rush, no demand for climax. The music ebbs and flows, just as the Nile rises and falls in its age-old cycle. She kneels by the water, her fingers tracing the patterns set by the current. The song she hums is not learned in the temples, nor written in papyrus scrolls. It rises from memory, her mother's voice on a quiet afternoon, the chatter of market stalls, laughter beside woven nets. The ambient tones she creates are carried by the river itself, merging with the distant croak of frogs and the rustling reeds, blending life and sound into a single, unbroken line. Rhythm in Egypt is measured not by clocks, but by the dance of shadows on whitewashed walls. The Daughter of the Nile follows these changes with every breath, letting her mind drift, past columns painted in lapis and ochre, past carvings that tell tales of queens and gods, into the endless blue above. As the sun climbs, the music grows warmer, drowsier, its harmonies lingering like perfume in the air. She has seen the scribes and priests, the market vendors and dancers, all of them tied to the slow, deliberate heartbeat of Egypt. Even the pharaoh's court knows the power of these rhythms, calling forth musicians to soothe restless minds, to honor the gods, to remember the dead. The daughter's music, though, is simpler, offered not for ceremony or procession, but as an invocation to life itself. Her melodies serve as a bridge between earth and the unseen, as ancient and necessary as the river's annual flood. There are times, in the shimmering heat of afternoon, when the world seems suspended. The air thickens with the scent of lotus, and time flows only in one direction, forward like the river, and yet eternal, boundless. The Daughter of the Nile feels her presence dissolving into the music, her body swaying gently with the reeds, her voice echoing the cranes overhead, her heartbeat sinking to the world around her. Often travelers pause on the riverbank, entranced by the sound. Some stand at a distance, watching, while others close their eyes and let the slow, layered harmonies wash over them, ancient and calming. Each tone tells a story, a secret hidden in limestone tombs, a memory of green fields after the flood, a whisper from the other side of life. As evening approaches, shadows lengthen and the sky turns amber, her song slows, winding down with the day. The river, too, quiets, reflecting the first trembling stars. The Daughter of the Nile gathers her instruments, leaving behind only footprints and a lingering sense that something mystical has occurred in the gentle dusk. The music fades, but it never disappears. It remains woven into the silence of the riverbank, waiting for dawn to wake it again. In this world, past and present blur, and all things flow back to the Nile. The daughters, Musicians, dancers, dreamers move through the ages, leaving their rhythms etched into the memory of water and sand. When you listen closely to the hum of the earth, you may still hear their music, ancient and eternal, echoing on the banks of a river without end.